In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best dark matter cards in NBA 2K25 My Team on a tier list here ranging from S that does go all the way down to D tier, and we have about 55 to 60 of the best dark matter cards in this game, pretty much including most of the dark matter cards that are available right now in My Team, excluding some kind of older bad dark matters in my personal opinion. So these are like the top 55 to 60 dark matters in the game, and again, I'll be ranking them from S tier all the way down to D. So let me know in the comment section down below, what is your guys' favorite dark matter right now in this game to use on your squad, and of course let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. But looking at the first dark matter is probably a card that I'm going to put in S tier. I think Luol Deng is seriously elite at the small forward position, and he's probably one of the best dark matter small forwards in My Team. 6'9" at small forward, 7-foot wingspan, an insanely good defensive card, 94 block, 97 steal, 97 perimeter, 94 interior defense, really good Hall of Fame defensive badges, and does have a great jump shot. They changed his release, they gave him the D-Mitch base, Oscar upper on very quick. He's got a great fade. He's got really good dribble sigs across the board. I think Luol Deng is a beast at small forward. And if you guys need a dark matter small forward, probably one of the best in this entire game. Talking about dark matter, Dr. J is a card that I think is very close to being S tier, but I don't know if he's on that level as some of the best dark matters in My Team. But I do think he's a very good shooting guard option, and I think he's easily going to be in that A tier category. Talking about Scottie Pippen, I feel like it's probably C. You guys have to remember there is so many good dark matters in this game, and whilst Pippen is still really good, I just feel like because of the lack of a quick jump shot and the lack of dribble sigs, he's still a really good defensive card, but I do think he's going to have to be in C tier. Talking about dark matter, Michael Beasley, maybe the best dark matter card in this game. He is seriously unbelievable at small forward. 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, and this card's jump shot is seriously my favorite jump shot in this game. It was on his pink diamond card. It's even better on his dark matter. He's got the Pro 2 fade. He's got the Garland behind the back, Kemba escape. Could use a better dribble style and a better size up, but still, this card is amazing at small forward. One of the best dark matters in My Team, easily going to be in that S tier category. Now, talking about dark matter, Dennis Rodman is a card that I personally haven't used, but I think he's good. I think he's a good card. 6'7" at small forward, 7'3" wingspan, and yes, he is insane defensively. His stats and his badges are unreal. The jump shot is not great, but I do think it's usable. He's got really good dribble sigs though, like Devin Booker dribble style, Lonzo size up, Kemba escape, and Shea behind the back. So I do think he's a better card than Scottie Pippen. Maybe not by like a crazy amount, but I do think B tier is very fair for dark matter Dennis Rodman. Now talking about dark matter Hakeem, I think A tier. He's still a really good defensive power forward. I still think he's got good movement for a power forward and also a very solid jump shot. So I do think dark matter Hakeem is going to be in the A tier category. Talking about dark matter Moses Malone, he's still really good, but I feel like he's B tier. He's just going to be below some of these like top tier dark matter small forward or power forwards, I should say. You know, like a Hakeem, like an Embiid, and some other power forward options we'll talk about. But he's still really good. 6'10" at power forward, 7'2" wingspan, really good defensive card. I do like his jump shot. I wish he had slightly better dribble sigs. I mean, it doesn't matter too much on a power forward, but if he had better movements and also a little bit taller, I do think he'd probably be an A tier power forward, or sorry, an A tier dark matter, and really more elite at the power forward position. Talking about dark matter Aaron Gordon, this card honestly stinks. Now, shout out to Aaron Gordon for that game-winning dunk, or I guess yeah, game-winning dunk in the NBA playoffs against the Clippers. That was an unbelievable game, and if you guys saw that game winner live, that was probably the craziest reaction I've ever seen. Like, I was just going insane. I was like, what the hell just happened? I've never seen that before in real life in the NBA. A crazy shot heave by Jokic, and then Aaron Gordon gets a putback dunk, basically catches the ball midair, dunks the basketball with literally 0.1 on the clock, and he basically dunked the ball as the clock ran out. It was insane, but I do think his dark matter card is going to be in the D tier category. Talking about just mainly because of his jump shot, by the way, that's why he's in D tier. Talking about dark matter Brandon Roy. Now, I think realistically, he's probably B tier, and people are going to call me crazy. I think Brandon Roy is really good. Is he A tier? You know what? He's probably A tier. Also give Brandon Roy the benefit of the doubt, just because I think he's got a great jump shot. But I'm not the biggest fan of his sigs, and he doesn't play that much defense personally for me. But dark matter Josh Smith, I think is a very easy A tier option. He's really good defensively and does have a good jump shot. I think Terry Dischinger is probably also A. I know he's only 6'7" at small forward, but he has an elite level jump shot. He's got really good dribble sigs and really good movement that I think he's still going to be an A tier dark matter. Talking about dark matter Shea, I think you also got to go A tier. I don't think he's an S tier dark matter anymore, but I do think he's still really good defensively and does have a solid jump shot. Now dark matter Zach Edey is for sure going to be an S tier dark matter. He is unbelievably good at the center position, and there's a couple reasons why. He's 7'5" at center with a 7'10" wingspan, a really good player model. He's fairly quick for a card that tall, 86 speed, 86 agility, 86 vertical. Not that bad, and I do think it puts him as, you know, an easy S tier Dark Matter. Talking about Jason Kidd, also for me, an easy 8 S tier Dark Matter. This card is seriously so good offensively, has a crazy good jump shot with the Patty Mills base, Darius Garland upper, on very quick timing. He's got great dribble sigs. He is easily, for me, the best Dark Matter point guard in my team. Talking about Kevin Durant, realistically probably C tier. I like him more than Aaron Gordon, but I don't think he's really all that great at the small forward position. For me, John Wall is also going to be in C tier, just because of the fact that I cannot agree with this card's jump shot. If you can green with him, he's probably B tier, but I absolutely suck with this card. And for my own personal tier list, I think he's going to be in C tier. Talking about Dark Matter LeBron, I like him in A. I still feel like he's got a really good jump shot on very quick timing. It's still LeBron, so he's going to get those crazy dunking animations, plays really good defense, and has okay movement and okay sigs. I think Josh Smith is just a better Dark Matter LeBron, but I do think they're kind of both in that same A tier category. Now talking about Dark Matter Jalen Williams, I think for me, realistically, probably going to be somewhere in that high C tier category. Talking about Dark Matter Giannis, is he still an S tier Dark Matter? I don't really know, because there's a lot of great small forwards in this game at the Dark Matter tier. I'm going to keep Giannis in A tier for now. He does play extremely good defense, but the problem about this card is his jump shot really isn't all that amazing. Talking about Dark Matter Magic, also I would say an easy A tier Dark Matter. I think Manu Ginobili is probably also an A tier. Such great point guards, especially Manu. He is an underrated card. He is so good offensively with a really good jump shot. He has Pro 2 fade and very solid dribble sigs. Now I will say Dark Matter AK, I think for sure is going to be an S tier. Like I said, probably better than Giannis at small forward. He's got a really good jump shot. He's just as good defensively as Giannis, but having that consistent jump shot, I do think makes him an S tier Dark Matter. Talking about Ray Allen, one of my least favorite personal Dark Matters in this game. I think he's going to be in D tier. George Gerving, I think he's solid. I would say he's better at shooting guard for me personally than like a Scottie Pippen and a J-Dub. So I do think B tier is a fair spot for George Gerving. Now talking about Dark Matter Embiid, he's always going to be on that same ranking as Hakeem. I mean, both of those cards are really good defensive power forwards who do have good jump shots as well. So I think they're both going to be in A tier. Chet is a tricky one, because do you put Chet in S tier? And I'm going to be completely honest, I think Chet's an S tier Dark Matter. He is so good defensively. His player model is insane. He gets really good defensive animations, really good blocking animations. I think he's going to be an S tier. Talking about Dark Matter Stephon Castle, I think he's another A tier Dark Matter. He plays extremely good defense. He's got a good jump shot. I think he's an easy choice for A tier. Brandon Ingram is good. I think he's B tier. He's better than a Kevin Durant, a Scottie Pippen, and a J-Dub at that small forward and shooting guard position. He's 6'10", can play the two with a very solid jump shot. Sean Kemp, realistically for me, is going to be in C tier. I think Bargnani is probably also high B tier. I think Bargnani is really good at power forward, a very underrated power forward in this game, but he's not as good as Hakeem. He's not as good as Embiid at the power forward position. Talking about Pau Gasol, kind of mid. I would say Pau Gasol is going to be in C tier. Ron Artest is really good. Do I think he's A? I think he's probably in that low A tier category. He still plays extremely good defense. He's got a good jump shot. I personally like his release quite a bit, so I do think he's going to be in that lower A tier category. Talking about Zach LaVine, I think realistically for me is B tier. He's got a good jump shot. I love this card in the No Money Spent, at least his Galaxy Opal card, so I'm assuming the Dark Matter is obviously a lot better. Talking about Dame, I mean, probably one of the worst Dark Matters in my team, easily going to be in D tier. Now, I personally hated this Joe Johnson card, but realistically, he's probably C tier for a lot of people. I just did not like this card's sigs. I did not like his jump shot, but I think for most people, he's going to be in C tier. Talking about Dark Matter Kareem, I think he has to be an S. That card is so good at center. He plays extremely good defense. He's able to compete with the top 100 overall big man in this game. And I think for that reason, because of his defense and able to knock down a wide open jump shot and just be insanely good on the court, I do think he's going to be an S tier. Talking about Dark Matter Marc Gasol, an easy A tier power forward, or he's definitely an A tier Dark Matter. He's really good at the power forward position. I do think he's a better card than Hakeem and Embiid as well. Talking about Dark Matter Gordon Hayward, I think C tier is a fair spot for him. Gary Payton, he's probably the worst point guard and maybe the worst card in A, but I do think he still deserves to be in the A tier category. They did give him a really good jump shot. MPJ, probably C tier. Tim Thomas is a tricky one. Do you put Tim Thomas in S? I think you kind of have to, but man, Giannis probably should be in S tier as well. I'm going to move Giannis and Tim Thomas into that S tier category. Dark Matter Scotty Barnes, probably one of the worst Dark Matters in this game. He's going to be in D tier. Now, Alex Sarr, I don't know if I can go S. I think he's a slightly worse Chet, but honestly could be on the same level as Chet. And I'm thinking, do I maybe move Chet down to A? There's just so many great cards that I'm going to move Chet and Giannis back down to A. I don't want to have too many cards in the S tier category, but I think these are probably the best Dark Matter so far that we've been ranking. Dark Matter LaMelo Ball feels like a fair B tier spot, has a really good jump shot, 6'7" at point guard, but doesn't really have any good dribble sigs. Talking about Dark Matter Lonzo, we got LaMelo's brother, obviously Lonzo, and I think he's a solid A tier Dark Matter. Really good defensively, has a good jump shot, a very good point guard, a very good point guard this time in my team, gonna be in the A tier category. Adam Morrison, just not the card for me. I personally don't like him. Russell Westbrook for a tier list like this, probably going to be in that low C tier category. Now talking about Dark Matter Kawhi, one of the best Dark Matter cards in this game, easily the best Dark Matter shooting guard. He plays extremely good defense on the perimeter. He has a really good jump shot, actually not that bad dribble sigs, easily for me going to be an S tier. Tyrese Halliburton, John Morant, both going to be in D tier. I think Andrew Wiggins is solid. I think he's probably in B tier. He's a good slashing shooting guard, has a good jump shot. Maybe not the best of dribble sigs, but the defense and slashing is really good on Andrew Wiggins, I should say, not Aaron Wiggins, Andrew Wiggins. But Dark Matter D-Rob, I think he's on that same ranking as a Chet and a Sar at the power forward position. Jerry Stackhouse is good, not my favorite card in this game, but I do think realistically he's going to be an A tier. Danny Granger, I would say probably high C tier. Chris Paul going to be in D. I would say Bam's actually really good. I love that Dark Matter Bam card. I think realistically he's going to be in low B tier. Dark Matter Jaren is great to the power forward position. I think he's going to be an A. And I think Dark Matter Bol, maybe not my favorite card in my team, but he's 7'3" at power forward. I think he's going to be in the A tier category. And guys, that's going to round out my Dark Matter tier list. Now, I will say people are probably going to comment and say that more cards should be an S, and I can understand that argument. Just for me personally, I like to keep the S tier to the best of the best at the Dark Matter tier. For example, Jason Kidd, best Dark Matter point guard Beasley, Luol Deng, Tim Thomas, AK, some of the best Dark Matter cards, all at the small forward position. Kawhi, the best Dark Matter shooting guard, Edie, the best Dark Matter center, and then obviously Kareem, either the best, or sorry, second best Dark Matter center, or the best Dark Matter power forward. I think he's better than a D-Rob, a Chet, and an Alex Sar. So for me, I'm going with the best of the best in S tier. Now I can understand if you wanted to move a Chet, a Sar, a D-Rob, a Giannis, potentially some other cards in here as well, I could understand an S tier, but that's just sort of my ranking and my personal opinion. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my Dark Matter tier list as I'm scrolling through. You guys can go ahead and see all of my rankings, but let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.